What if I told you that the fastest way to lose yourself isn't through some dramatic betrayal or heartbreaking loss? It's much quieter. It's simply by being available, not abused, not taken for granted, just available. Think about it. Every time your phone lights up and you feel that jolt, that obligation to answer instantly. Every time you say yes before you've even had a chance to think. Every single time you show up for everyone else except for yourself. With each of these actions, a small, quiet piece of you disappears. And here, as the really disturbing part, people rarely notice the damage while you still giving. They only notice the change when you finally stop. The erosion happens in silence. This is the hidden psychology of constant availability, the silent destroyer of your identity, your energy, and your inner worth. Have you ever wondered why some people treat you differently the moment you set a boundary? It's not because you changed. It's because you stopped playing the role they assigned to you. The great psychologist Carl Jung called this role the persona, the social mask you wear to be accepted. So maybe your persona is the helpful one, the one everyone calls in a crisis, or the reliable friend who never misses a birthday or a call for help. Or maybe you're the person who always listens, the emotional sponge for everyone else's problems. Okay, these masks feel safe, don't they? They earn you approval. They seem to make life smoother. But over time, something dangerous happens. The world falls in love with your mask, not with the real you. And the more you say yes, the more that mask tightens until it starts to feel like your own skin. The real danger isn't the mask you show the world at S, the parts of yourself that the mask is slowly suffocating underneath. Modern neuroscience shows us that your brain treats social obligations as real energy costs. Every conversation, every decision you make for someone else, every emotional response you have to their needs. It all requires mental fuel. When you're always available, that fuel is constantly being drained. Not in big, dramatic bursts, but in thousands of tiny, silent leaks. What does this do to you? You might notice your irritability creeping up. Your creativity, which used to flow so easily, suddenly feels blocked. Your sleep suffers, no matter how tired you are. Your own identity becomes blurry, and your self-worth gets tangled up with how much you give to others. This isn't generosity. This is self-erasure disguised as kindness. So why is it so hard to just say no? Here is a truth that might sting a little. Most people who could want to say no grew up believing that being needed is the same thing as being loved. Maybe you learned early on that love has to be earned. Oh, that disappointing someone is dangerous. Oh, simply that your feelings matter less than everyone else's. This belief becomes a deep psychological program that runs in the background of your mind. If I withdraw, I'll lose connection. I'll be abandoned. But here, as the profound paradox, you lose far more of yourself by always showing up than you ever will by strategically stepping back. And this is where something fascinating enters the picture. The shadow. Jung described the shadow as the part of yourself that holds all your denied emotions. It's the anger you swallowed when you felt unheard, the exhaustion you ignored to help one more person, the resentment you buried under a forced smile. Every time you say yes when your soul is screaming no, your shadow grows heavier, darker. But something incredible happens when you finally stop being so available. Your shadow finally gets a chance to speak, and it doesn't scream. It whispers, "Thank you. Thank you for finally noticing me." For the first time, you feel the undeniable truth of your own limits. Then comes the breaking point. It usually happens without any grand plan. One day, you just pause. You see a message, and you don't respond right away. It might be for 3 seconds. It might be for 3 hours. It might even be for 3 days. Okay, and in that small, revolutionary pause, the world around you shifts. Suddenly, people start asking, "Are you okay? Why are you being so distant? You've changed." But here's the reality they don't see. You're not becoming distant. You're becoming defined. You're becoming yourself again. That's what boundaries really do. They don't push people away. Okay, they pull you back into your own life. But what happens next is a test that most people fail. It's the pushback. Some people in your life will be confused. Some will be frustrated. Some might even get angry. Why? Because your constant availability was their comfort. Your lack of boundaries was their luxury. Your emotional labor was their free, unlimited resource. When you pull back, you interrupt their script, and they don't like it. Not because they're bad people, but because for the first time, you are choosing yourself. And this is where the guilt creeps in. Your old programming starts screaming. Go back, fix it, apologize for wanting space. But your new, emerging self whispers back, no, stay, hold the line. In Jungian psychology, your inner world needs a sacred, protected space, a concept called atamanos. This is a place where your energy is safe, where your own thoughts can be heard without interruption, where your true identity can finally breathe. Every boundary you set builds a wall of this inner temple. Cues, each moment of silence you claim for yourself places another stone. So when you realize something powerful, your peace isn't an accident, it is architecture. You are building it stone by stone. And once that temple is built, something unexpected and wonderful begins to happen. It's the return of self. This is the stage no one ever warned you about. Your creativity comes flooding back. Your confidence returns, quietly at first, then with more conviction. Your intuition, that quiet inner voice you'd forgotten, becomes clearer and stronger. Your own dreams feel alive again. It's like meeting yourself for the very first time, okay? And you have this profound realization. I wasn't tired because life was hard, okay? I was tired because I was living for everyone but me. This is what Jung called individuation, the lifelong process of becoming whole, of becoming who you were always meant to be. And then the story becomes almost mystical. When you stop scattering your energy outward in every direction, synchronicities start to appear. You meet the right people at the right time. You hear the exact words you need to hear. The right opportunities seem to fall into your lap. Your dreams become more vivid, more meaningful. Life starts to feel strangely, beautifully aligned. It's not magic, it's coherence. When your inner world aligns, your outer world has no choice but to reflect it. But this journey has one last challenge. Once you reclaim all this energy, you face a brand new question. What do I do with the self I've worked so hard to recover? Because building boundaries is just step one. It's living as your authentic self. That's the real, ongoing work. Now you must choose. Every day, will you fall back into the old, comfortable patterns? Or will you stand up and defend the person you fought so hard to find? This is the ultimate transformation. When you stop being available to everyone all the time, you do not lose people. You lose illusions. You lose roles you were never meant to play. You lose the versions of yourself that were built on fear and obligation. And in that release, something extraordinary happens. You finally become visible to yourself. You step forward, lighter, not carrying the crushing weight of everyone else's expectations, but carrying the magnificent fullness of your own unhidden soul. This is not selfishness. This is sovereignty. This is the beginning of your real life. This is the moment your life becomes your own again. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, consider subscribing for more journeys into the self. Until next time, be kind to yourself.